We need to end on fun. And this, I've been waiting to do this.
No.
Yes! I say yes. Yes, fun. So we are going to finish with our last video tonight with Nick talking about Taco Hell. Yeah. Hey. Oh, God.
Now chat, does anyone want to hear how I sound saying ara ara or UWU? There you go.
Oh, TTS fail with the Good effort though, Grumpy. Good effort. And the ara ara. I don't think you're gonna get the bunny TTS to kind of go ara ara. I don't think it's gonna pitch that way for you. Well, Big Dog, I don't know. Are we? You just watched this? Okay, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. I've been saving it. I have been. Oh yes, Redette, you tricked me. You don't think I knew what I was doing? Come on. Do you really not think I knew what I was doing when I did that? Do you think I will only ever just ara ara for you guys when you pay for it? I'll give it to you guys for free sometimes. And Kevin, God, how do I pronounce this? Kevin Sean Poop with a clay cabbage. A clay cabbage. We'll do that. Thank you for the follow. Hi. Chat. Bunny. Oh, good timing, 11. Good timing. 11. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. How's it going?
God, I've been muted for the past, like, 8 minutes. That's awful. Oh my god.
Hi, guys.
God. Why didn't you guys say something sooner? You guys were screaming about the link like a...
Shy Raiders. Excellent timing. We are just getting started on our last video of the night, and I hadn't even started yet. So you are going to get to jump in right at the beginning of the video. The last video of the night, but right at the beginning. So welcome in. Did you have a good stream? I hope you had a good stream. Other than the issues you had with the muted microphone. Yes. Alright. Well, we are gonna jump straight away to this because we have been waiting for this. We've been waiting days for this. It is ready to go. I've let this cook long enough. We are now going to get to see Nick talk about how Taco Bell is the biggest troll in the food industry. So, let's go.
This is gonna be one of those times where you're like, man, I feel like I knew that. It just never really dawned on me until now. Today we're talking about Taco Bell, probably the biggest troll in the restaurant industry. Buh! That's not true. Have you read Wendy's Twitter? It's hilarious. Buh! Yeah, we know. Wendy's has a funny Twitter where they clap.
Wait. When the tweets are as broken as the ice cream machine. Oh, God! And that was response to McDonald's. Oh, wow. Yeah. Look at McDonald's. You can't see it, Jack, because you're in the way, but the McDonald's put out a tweet, Black Friday, asterisk, need copy and link, asterisk. And Wendy's responded, when the tweets are as broken as the ice cream machine. Velveeta saying, roast us please, Wendy. Wendy's replying, how are you a verified account when you're not even verified cheese? James Rowe said, tweeted to Wendy's saying, what should I get at Burger King? Wendy's responded with a refund. And then Brooklyn saying, I see that McDonald's is coming out with spicy nuggets. What are your feelings? Wendy's replying with, must have scraped up all of BK's leftovers and slapped McPrice tag on it. Whoosh. Yeah. That is some,
Time
profession.
for unhinged rants about our favorite midnight anima restaurant.
I think he misspelled enema. You reverse the E and the A. But I mean, this is professional grade trolling.
Back at people in the comments section. Okay, what I need you to understand is that Taco Bell has been out here actively trolling entire government agencies, and they've been doing it since back in the 90s before the internet made that shit easy. They are quite literally one of, if not the only pioneer of meme-style marketing. And we're gonna get into it right after word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Sheath. Okay, look, I'm not gonna overcomplicate this. It's underwear with a pocket inside so you can stick your junk in it so your balls aren't stuck to your thigh. Okay, I've got this piece of paper with this page of all this shit I'm supposed to read. Like, oh, they have all these fancy new designs. Like, yeah, that's cool. They're also the official underwear of the UFC. Like, great. Okay, but look, here's the truth. You know who doesn't really need underwear to keep balls from sticking to their thigh? World-class athletes with six-packs. Okay, you wanna know who does need this underwear? Bigger dudes that have been told at every doctor's appointment since they were like 11 that they needed to lose weight, and they just so happen to sweat anytime the temperature gets above 72, okay? Don't fucking look at me and I won't look at you, all right? And you wanna know the best part about this underwear? You can buy a pair, try it out. Worst case scenario, you're like, you know what? Turns out I actually do enjoy my balls sticking to my thigh. You can just not stick your junk in the pocket, and then boom, you've got a normal pair of underwear that feels the exact same, except now you've got a secret pocket that you can, like, I don't know, hide stuff in if you wanted to.
Oh, and you can put your weed in there.
So yeah, you absolutely need to try some Sheath underwear. You literally have nothing to lose. The worst case scenario is that you bought some underwear. The best case scenario is that you never have your balls stuck to your thigh ever again. I'm gonna have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. Our story begins in 1938 with a young man by the name of Glenn Bell. See what they did there? Glenn Bell, Taco Bell. Anyways, moving on. Glenn Bell has just returned home from serving his country as a cook in the United States Marine Corps. Okay,
What? Oh, of course he's a Marine. Because, of course, he's a fucking Marine. Okay, let's see. So, William Bell, Jr., Corporal, U.S. Marine Corps, World War II, Rifle Expert Marksman, Good Conduct Medal, China Service Medal, Asiatic Pacific Camp, World War II Victory. Corporal Bell proudly served his country during World War II. The skills obtained in the Marine Corps launched Corporal Bell's career as the founder of Taco Bell.
Has just returned home from serving his country as a cook in the United States Marine Corps. Okay, right out of the gate, things are already starting to add up. I've said it once and I'll say it again. You don't call up the Marines unless you want something dead, broken, or pregnant.
There you
go. I've known that Taco Bell was military food all along. But
Wait. Need to go too fast. Unaware she was pregnant, this mom gave birth at a Taco Bell, a miracle out of nowhere. Pregnant women are claiming that eating Taco Bell can induce labor? Fuck! Those are some spicy-ass tacos.
All along. But Glenn didn't start off by selling Mexican food right out of the gate. He actually opened up a hot dog stand in San Bernardino, California, known as Glenn's Drive-In. And things go absolutely awesome. They go so awesome that after a couple of years, he opens up a second location and expands into not only selling hot dogs, but also selling hamburgers. But then another restaurant comes into San Bernardino, California, and they're also just trying to sell a bunch of hamburgers, a little company called McDonald's. So Glenn decides, you know what, I'm not going to try to out hamburger McDonald's. I'm going to go ahead and make a slight alteration to my menu. I'm not going to sell hot dogs and hamburgers anymore. I'm going to start selling tacos. And my favorite little fun fact about this is that Taco Bell's taco sauce is actually Glenn Bell's original recipe for the chili in his chili dog. Wait a minute.
What?
That's it. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God.
911.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, did you guys know that tacos are just Mexican hot dogs?
Services for emergencies only.
Yeah, I know, but hear me out. This explains why Taco Bell's original slogan was always think outside the bun.
Holy
She is suffering.
The worst best. Yeah! You're right. That does explain everything.
It makes sense since Taco Bell tastes like MREs and have the same amount of preservatives.
And make you shit like them too, Revan. Thank you, Rycat, for the tier 1.
from the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen!
Sorry, I got really distracted. Anyways, he goes from selling hot dogs.
What? Did he get distracted by, oh god, what?
You may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Uh-huh. Was he getting distracted by her ass, or the fact that there was something tucked between the legs protruding along said ass? Yo, yeah, Sean Young was absolutely hot back in the day. The question is that what distracted him? Her ass or the hot dog between her legs and up the backside of it? Nick, I think you got some splaining to do.
And hamburgers, changes the name of his restaurant to Taco Tia, and now he starts selling tacos out of a drive-thru window. And his entire strategy is volume. He wants to sell as many tacos as possible, as cheaply as possible. He ends up selling tacos for 19 cents a piece, and the reason he's able to do that is he just streamlines the entire making or assembly process of a taco. And the way he does that is he pretty much exclusively utilizes hard shells. That way tacos are just easier to make and the shells are always ready. And to some degree, he's kind of credited with inventing the hard shell taco, which probably isn't true, but he's definitely the reason that they became so popular. And if you think that sounds crazy, it's absolutely not. You got to remember.
No, I actually, you know what? I don't think that's crazy at all. The idea that where he's like, at the bare minimum, credited with mainstreaming hard shell tacos, I actually don't think it's crazy. Because before Taco Bell, granted this was well before my fucking time, but, okay, anyone in chat who may have been present around that time, how often did you see hard shell tacos utilized versus flour tortillas? Like, yeah, like they were present for sure. I've no doubt that they were present at the time, but they were not used so widely. It was typically, I would surmise, it was the soft tacos, the flour tortillas that were used in tacos instead of the hard corn tortillas. And by Taco Bell mainlining corn tortillas as their taco shells almost exclusively, and with and with Taco Tia being fast food, it makes perfect sense that it would basically bring the corn tortilla into the public eye. And why people are like, oh, these are actually pretty good. And more people would want them, and then they would be looking from the grocery stores. They would be asking their grocers, hey, can we get in the hard shell tortillas so I can make tacos at home? And it's just all steamrolling from there. Now, certainly, a lot of people do prefer the flour tortillas. Certainly. I like both. I like both flour tortillas and corn tortillas. I do like both. But it did bring it into the public mindset. And corn tortillas were probably, I don't know if they would be cheaper to manufacture. I have to imagine they might be. That they might be cheaper to manufacture. And probably it's flat out easier to build a taco with a corn tortilla versus a flour tortilla. And when you're, for a wife at home that's looking to try and do food for a family of 4, yeah, I can see it.
This is like the 1950s. A lot of people in America that weren't near the southern border had never even heard of a taco, let alone had one.
Well, that's what I was saying, Rem. It's probably cheap.
The first time they actually had Mexican food was at a Taco Bell once they started expanding. But regardless, the point is, Glenn Bell has officially just become the Henry Ford of tacos, okay? Just mass production. And to nobody's surprise, that goes great. He grows Taco Tia into multiple locations, ends up selling the entire brand off to another company, starts his own company to grow it again. This one is called El Taco. Does the same thing all over again, grows a company, sells it off. This time he wants to do it a 4th time, but he wants to make it a franchise company and he wants to run the entire thing. So he needs some capital. He partners up with 4 players from the NFL's LA Rams, and they end up starting the very first Taco Bell in 1962. And absolutely nobody's surprised, they totally crush it. I mean, they're selling 19-cent tacos to Americans. It's basically a layup. In the NBA, though.
Wait. Hang on. He said he teamed up with NBA players, right?
Wants to make it a franchise company and he wants to run the entire thing. So he needs some capital. He partners up with 4 players from the NFL's LA Rams and they end up.
Okay, I thought it, yeah, I was like, wait, I was starting to second guess, but I'm like, I thought he teamed up with football players.
Starting the very first Taco Bell in 1962. And absolutely nobody's surprised, they totally crush it. I mean, they're selling 19-cent tacos to Americans. It's basically a layup. In the NBA, though.
I'm not entirely sure if he meant to make that joke. I think that was supposed to be in the NFL. I think. I could just be too smooth-brained to understand next humor, though. But I think he kind of... Psst. Oh, God. Oh my God, this is cruel. Oh, this is cruel. Yeah, making fun of the WNBA. Oh, God. Well, yeah, it's, but if, yeah. Oh, God.
Kennedy, Carter.
Jesus.
Anyways, within 5 years of being in business, they're doing so well that by 1967,
Yes, he is.
other successful fast food franchises are looking to cut in to this fast food Mexican niche. So Pizza Hut actually starts their own restaurant called Taco Boy, ends up being a huge failure. They cannot out Taco the Bell. Okay, fast forward 10 more years, they crush it the entire time. And then in 1978, they actually do end up getting bought out by a larger company, Pepsi.
What? I think we heard about this because Taco Bell exclusively carries Pepsi products. Yeah, in his, was it the Chipotle video? Or was it, we heard about one of his other videos, I'm forgetting which one, where he talked about, like, either he talked about it or we talked about that Pepsi did buy Taco Bell. And that's why Taco Bell only exclusively sells Pepsi. And that went into a whole thing of where they talked about, oh, they bought other franchises. Like, no, they did licensing and so on and so forth. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and this is the most important part of the story because this is where shit gets completely out of hand, okay? Pepsi also bought a bunch of other restaurants right around the same time, like KFC and Pizza Hut. But Pepsi wasn't out there buying all these restaurants.
He's dunking on Angel Reese because he's a Caitlin Clark fan? I have no idea who either of those two people are. I'm guessing they were a couple of the basketball players that we saw that were doing poorly. I'm not into sports. I don't really care much about sports.
Because they were trying to make money off of the restaurant, right? They didn't think they could sell tacos better than Taco Bell. They didn't think they could sell pizza better than Pizza Hut. They bought them so that they could beat Coke. You see, because at this point in time, Coca-Cola is number one. It's not even close. Everybody prefers Coke, and Coke...
I'm gonna say something spicy here, chat. It still is. Coke number one. Coke is better than Pepsi. I will take her slings and arrows. Okay, Osiris has ads? Okay. While Osiris has ads...
Pepsi is better than Coke, fight me over it.
I will fight you, Kanito. Right now. Put him up! Put him up! I can't move my fucking arms, but put him up. I will knock your ass out for that one. Put him up! Alright, chat. While we are waiting, there you go. I'm starting a poll. What is your favorite taco? Corn or flour? Cast your ballots. Feel free to cast your ballots. And Storm of Steel, thank you for the follow and welcome. Cast your ballot. I got a poll up. I got a poll running. Go ahead, cast your ballot. It's up at the top of the chat. You can see it. It's a 1 minute poll, so you should all have time to place your answer. You don't eat taco? You've never eaten, like, you just don't eat them regularly, K-Dog, or you've never had a taco at all?
Coke will always be number one. That's why
Yes.
there's Jack and Coke. Ever heard of Jack and Pepsi? Didn't think so. Ew.
Apparently that was extra caffeinated Jack and Pepsi for Omni-Man, considering the way he was talking. Canito, I just did corn versus flour, hard shell versus soft shell. And the flour tortilla is the winner by 63%. Very nice. By the way, are we back from ads? Are ads concluded? Just? Are we back? Okay, fantastic.
Is in every restaurant in America, and Pepsi realizes that they need to be able to get their soda into restaurants so that people are forced to try it.
Here comes the airplane. There you go. Open into the hangar. There you go.
Oh my god.
Corn tortilla.
Cheer 100 Dr.
tacos
Pepper is the
with
best.
a iced cold Mexican Coke in the glass bottle.
Okay. Isn't Dr. Pepper a Pepsi product though? I always thought it was. Am I getting myself confused? But I thought that it was. It's not. Okay, I'm getting myself confused then. Okay. Oh wait, Dr. Pepper is Coke? Dr. Pepper belongs to Keurig. Now that I didn't know. Huh. Interesting.
And at this point, pretty much no restaurants in America are going to willingly carry Pepsi products because everybody
Yes,
wants
that
Coke
one
and
it
they
is.
don't wanna have to tell
That one
every
is
customer, is Pepsi okay? So in PepsiCo's mind, in a complete just gangster big dick move, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to force restaurants to carry Pepsi. We're going to buy out entire restaurant chains and then force them to carry Pepsi products, which is going to force the customer to drink Pepsi, and then we're going to get a following. And why this is important to Taco
I see now how Ember makes little monetary from ad revenue. Our close-knit community gifts subs left and right. 95 from what I gather in chat icons.
Pretty close, Gore. Yeah. Pretty darn close. That's what makes this community so great, is you guys take care of each other so wonderfully like that.
Bell's story is because the new owner of Taco Bell doesn't really give a shit about tacos. Okay, new mission is not to sell good quality Mexican food at a fair price. No, the new mission is get as many
Thank you for the follow, Iron Waffle. Yes, Osiris, you have a badge because you are subscribed so that we won't get ads. Speaking of which, if any of you guys got a sub very recently and haven't already, refresh your stream. You won't get any more ads. So if you got a sub within the last little while, refresh your stream real quick, and then you will stop getting ads.
The new mission is not to sell good quality Mexican food at a fair price.
Hi, Real.
The new mission is get as many motherfuckers through the door as possible and force them to try Pepsi. And at this point, Taco Bell, aka the restaurant founded by a Marine, is like, I'm gonna do dumb shit and troll everybody. Which, to be fair, is a completely reasonable reaction when your entire company basically gets turned into a front to waterboard people with Pepsi. Okay, we're just gonna take the shenanigans from the top, okay? In 1992, Taco Bell hired Johnny Cash to be their spokesperson, right? And I know what you're thinking. Why is that funny? Johnny Cash is awesome. Seems like a great spokesperson. A, I completely agree. But B, it's funny because he's the guy that got famous for singing The Ring of Fire. Okay, moving right along, the very next year, 1993.
Oh my god! I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about that. Yeah! Absolutely fitting. Oh my god. Okay, well, I got to I'm gonna be laughing a lot on this one.
Demolition Man the movie comes out. Okay, for those who read along, the very next year, 1993, Demolition Man the movie.
Yes, I remember hearing about this. And Daldev, thank you for the follow. Yes, I remember hearing about this. How that was the whole freaking theme of in Demolition Man is that Taco Bell was the only restaurant or the only company to survive the franchise wars. So now all restaurants were Taco Bell. And they even had I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He used to be like an MTV personality. Dan Fuentes, I think was his name. He was like a VJ on MTV, I think. The scene where they go into the Taco Bell in Demolition Man, there's a guy sitting at the piano doing like a lounge singer version of Jolly, like the Jolly Green Giant commercial, like playing on the piano. It's like Land of the Valley, Valley of the Jolly Green Giant. That was Dan. I think his name was Dan Fuentes, and he was like an MTV VJ personality. And Taco Bell, I think, contacted him to be in the Demolition Man movie in this scene. It was fucking insane, and I loved it. It was fucking great.
Comes out. Okay, for those of you that are not familiar with this cinematic masterpiece, here's the entire plot line. We're gonna take Rocky, we're gonna put him inside of a popsicle, and then we're gonna thaw him out like 100 years in the future so that he can fight Blade with blonde hair. So Taco Bell jumps in and they're like, you know what?
In a society that is scarily starting to sound kinda sorta similar to our modern society if you crossbred it with Idiocracy. Yeah.
Make us every single restaurant in the future. During the storyline of this movie, have a little offshoot where you pepper in the fact that every restaurant in the world is now Taco Bell because there was restaurant wars and Taco Bell fucking won. Okay, the longer this story goes on, the more sense it makes that it was founded by a Marine. By the time 1996 rolls around, they decide they're not gonna just troll their customers, they're gonna start trolling everybody, including the United States government. So what they did for April Fools in 1996 is they took out a full-page ad in the 7 biggest newspapers in America claiming that Taco Bell had reached an agreement with the US government to purchase the fucking Liberty Bell and that they were
Oh my fucking god, I did not know about this. Holy fuck, this is an epic fucking troll. Wait, let me read this. Taco Bell buys the Liberty Bell. In an effort to help the national debt, Taco Bell is pleased to announce that we have agreed to purchase the Liberty Bell, one of our country's most historic treasures. It will now be called the Taco Liberty Bell and will still be accessible to the American public for viewing. While some may find this controversial, we hope our move will prompt other corporations to take similar action to do their part to reduce the country's debt. That is masterclass levels of fucking trolling. Because you know, not only did the government shit themselves, the public shit themselves when they saw this in these major newspapers. This is... Mr. Bell, my hat, if I was wearing one right now, would be off to you for this. No, this was a troll, Hoseki. This was an epic troll. I mean, trolls of 2024. Take note. Your ass just got schooled by a company 30 years ago. Take fucking note. This is how you troll.
Liberty Bell and that they were renaming it the Taco Liberty Bell instead. Now, bear in mind, this is 1996. Public outcry is still moving pretty slow. There's no Twitter, there's no social medias where people can just immediately be a reactionary at the drop of a hat. No, if you want to be upset about something, you've got to write a letter or you've got to go get a phone book, track down somebody's phone number, and call them. There was so much public outcry that by noon of April Fool's, the Philadelphia branch of the National Park Service had to have an emergency press conference and tell everybody that it was just a joke and that they didn't sell the Liberty Bell to a taco company. Also worth noting, because it's funny, the White House press secretary at the time, when he was asked about this joke, decided to be a complete smartass and respond by saying, and I quote, "The federal government is also selling the Lincoln Memorial to Ford Motor Company and renaming it the Lincoln Mercury Memorial."
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is fucking epic. Okay.
In 2024, they would have community notes them and ruin the fun around it, unfortunately.
And they would have had people, screaming on the news people, the journalists would have been shitting themselves on national television, going, what is this world coming to? Oh my God.
Kill me now, I can die happy.
But the best part, the goddamn White House press secretary knew it, could figure out right away it was a joke. It was just like, fuck it, I'm in. And he just went right along with it and just stoked the fires of the trolldom. That is fucking based right there. For the White House press secretary to get in on this action. I fucking love it.
And my personal favorite, in 2001, the Russian/Soviet space station Mir was going to collide back to Earth. Okay, this is like the last remaining symbol of Soviet space travel success, and it is going to fall into the ocean.
There's got to be his big break. We've got to fuck with him.
So Taco Bell is like,
Then stop! Wait, I want to hear that again. I want to hear that again.
Soviet space travel success, and it is going to fall into the ocean.
There's got to be his big break. We've got to fuck with him.
So
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I can actually picture the board meeting with Mr. Bell saying that. I can actually picture that being said in a Taco Bell board meeting.
Taco Bell is like, fuck it, we're gonna get a giant inflatable target and stick it in that part of the ocean with a big ass bullseye that says free tacos here. And if the Russians can manage to hit this fucking target with their space station, we're gonna give free tacos to everybody in America. Okay, this is why Pepsi's my favorite soda brand. Do I like the taste? No, but I just like how much they hate the USSR. Okay, for those of you a little fuzzy on the timeline, the USSR disbanded in 1991, right? 6 years later, in 1997, Pizza Hut, the other restaurant owned by Pepsi, gets Mikhail Gorbachev, the former leader of the USSR, to appear in a Pizza Hut commercial to send the very clear, very loud message of communism can't out Pizza the Hut.
No fucking shot. They did this?
Gorbachev, the former leader of the USSR, to appear in a...
They put fucking Gorbachev in a Pizza Hut commercial. Fuck. Okay, that, they had some balls back then. Oh yeah, I know. I realize this is a Russian commercial. I do realize this. But that's fucking ballsy.
A Pizza Hut commercial to send the very clear, very loud message of communism can't out Pizza the Hut. And now, 4 years after that, the Mir space station, the last remaining symbol of Soviet success at literally anything, is about to fall out of orbit and collide with the planet, and a taco company is putting a giant target in outer space, offering free tacos to the entire country that beat them in the Cold War if they manage to hit this target with any remnants of the Soviet space station. Not only is this going to maximize the amount of people watching with anticipation as one of the last living memories of the Soviet Union dies, it's also one giant last middle finger letting them know, hey, we have complete confidence that you guys always miss. Which is exactly what happened. The Soviet space station did not hit the target, probably because it wasn't at point blank facing a wall, and Taco Bell did not have to buy everyone in America a taco. So Taco Bell is just god tier level shit talking and trolling, but on top of that, they also have brilliant marketing ideas. My personal favorite and most infuriating, mostly because it didn't stick around, was in 2017, Taco Bell collaborated with Lyft to have a taco mode inside of their app. And what taco mode was is that when you got picked up by your Lyft driver, they would then immediately take you to the closest Taco Bell drive-thru, let you get food, and then take you home from the bar.
I vaguely remember this. Yeah, I think I saw a news article about this. About this very thing. It didn't last long, no. But I actually do remember seeing the article about it. Like just perusing through like headlines or something on like Google News or something like that. Yeah. I mean, even if it didn't last, it's still fucking publicity that they were teaming up with one of the biggest, share ride companies. It's either Lyft or Uber, so great fucking advertising.
Okay, I don't know how this feature didn't stick around longer. Maybe I'm in the minority, apparently, but this is exactly what I want, okay? I spent my entire childhood getting told don't talk to strangers. As a grown-ass adult, there's nothing I want more in my life than to be able to summon a stranger with my cell phone and have them take me to Taco Bell before dropping my drunk ass off at home. And you know what? I'm gonna order all the ridiculous shit they've had on the menu over the years, because remember, they're only there to push Pepsi products. They don't care about having good quality Mexican food, and that's why they've essentially turned their entire menu into a circus show. I love it. The entire menu is just like the shit that you would talk about with your buddies when you were like drunk or high. Like, bro, you know what would sound good if we made a quesadilla and then turn that quesadilla into the shell for a burrito? We'll call it the quesarito. Oh man, this crunch wrap sure is good. You know what would make it better? If we replaced the hard shell tortilla on the inside with a giant fucking Cheez-It. And you know what? While we're at it, we might as well make the hard shell tacos shell a giant Dorito. Why not?
Yes. Yes. This was probably I think this was their most successful thing. The Doritos Locos Tacos. Hands down, probably the most successful marketing campaign. Because people actually like these. And didn't they do, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Did they not do a Doritos Locos Tacos with a Dorito tortilla with a soft shell on the outside, like wrapped also in a soft shell? So they had both the Doritos hard shell and the soft shell. They had like both. I forget what they may have called it. Was it the Gordita? Okay, was that what it was called? The Gordita? Yeah. Like, that actually does sound tasty. It does. Like that. God damn, I'm now getting hungry for tacos. And there is no taco place around here. I'm gonna have to, like, pick up taco fixings this weekend. God damn, I want tacos now. Sark, I'm making myself want Taco Bell. Oh, tacos at least. I don't, like, the closest Taco Bell for me is, like, a 25-minute drive away, so I'm not going there. But, yeah, I want tacos.
So yeah, in conclusion, that is the story of Taco Bell. That time that a Marine came home from World War II, started a Mexican hot dog restaurant that somehow perfected the art of shit-talking, trolling, and creating weird menu items, all on its quest to force people to drink Pepsi. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang, out. You know, for once, I know this video is super unhinged, but I feel like it's not my fault this time.
Unhinged Nick is best. Oh my god, that was fucking glorious. Yeah, I miss you. Quiero Taco Bell.